Okay.
Hi, I'm Stephen.
True Geordie here.
Right, what are we doing?
I'm here to answer your problems.
My problem is that at this point in time, I do not feel that WillNE is currently pulling his weight in XO. Lawrence, did you write this?
Is this Brian?
His blandness is a disgrace, and at that point in time, he isn't pulling the weight.
Oh, God. And I hope Geordie knocks him out. Well, mate, you never know.
He should be replaced by Max from Stephen's channel, as I feel he would add more to your videos. He already has in his one cameo.
I hope you take this into consideration soon, but I feel it may already be too late.
Stephen is carrying the channel and should get a bigger chunk of the revenue.
Wait, you lot are getting the revenue?
Alex, I feel like we should meet because you speak my mind.
Okay, hiya. Every time I go to my friend's house, they dab.
They dab at every meal, every score during FIFA.
Every time Arsenal scores a goal, help.
You don't have to worry too much about the last one. Footy banter.
Get new friends.
Seriously.
Hello to the XO lads and Will. That's good. Please call me Sam. Hi Sam. Recently, since starting sixth form, I've become known as the Ginger Kid. This is taking a turn for the worse here.
I'm being given the name by most, the Ginger Ninja.
Being ninja's cool.
Ninjas are cool.
How can I make them stop without resorting to violence? Just resort to violence. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that officially. Can we put a disclaimer out?
Start to adopt it yourself. People will think it then is lame.
You could give them a real verbal biffing if you want.
You'll be fine. Do you know what I mean? It's not even a problem.
Snudzy! How do you lads stay motivated to do YouTube and stuff? I don't. Thank you.
I don't have a YouTube channel.
I don't want to be skinned.
Motivation's your issue. You're probably struggling from the get-go there.
So my life's not that shit. Oh, good.
But I have my GCSEs in about, 3 days and I haven't revised.
I really want to, but my attention span is about as big as Will's CPM.
Yeah, all right, I know, that was funny.
You'd be surprised. It's better than mine.
Makes thousands and thousands of pounds every month. It's ridiculous.
There we go.
Can you give me some advice on how to study for my exams next week?
I'd revise certain songs would then remind me of certain things that I'd learned.
Watch Pointless, you know. Just watch all the quick countdowns good.
Do 20 minutes, then give yourself 10 minutes off.
Do a Sudoku.
Try and do colours and try and like draw things out.
Watch Bruce Almighty. That'll help with RE.
Don't just keep reading, you'll be fine.
Have a look at a map. There's geography.
Well, I mean, reading between the lines here and the fact you've got your exams next week, I mean, well, when does this come out?
I'm in year 9 and I'm a girl. Before you ask, no thanks, Stephen. Yes! I love that shit.
Oh, that's a shame because you've got a good sense of humour.
I'm 5'10", which is fucking huge for a woman. Correct. That is enormous. But you could be a model.
It's probably bad, but I've never been in a serious relationship. It's not bad if you're year 9.
Or had any sort of contact with a boy except for a hug.
That's actually ordinary. We're just living in a fucked up world right now where some people think that that's not normal.
I was getting close with one before in the year. I'm not frigid, just no one likes me or can reach me.
And it's mad because some of the kids in my year, or younger, have shagged. Right, that's ridiculous. You're year 9. They shouldn't be shagging. They should be playing pro clubs on FIFA.
No, I feel like when you're year 9 and someone says they've shagged, it's probably 80% not true.
And I have many reasons why, and it includes the fact that I'm fat. Basically, a giant.
And don't wear makeup unless I go to parties.
Hold on, what sort of fat giant gets invited to parties? I mean, it's not all bad.
Basically, what I'm wondering is how can I make myself more attractive?
There will be someone out there who finds you attractive. Brian gives us all hope in a way, doesn't he?
Okay, Barbara, first of all, change your name. I mean, that's a big barrier for anyone in year 9. You know, oh, what do you think of Barbara? What, you mean the 60-year-old dinner lady? No, 5'10" lass over there.
If you want to know how to do makeup, all of those lasses are on YouTube banging out makeup videos. I mean, the revenue it's a joke, actually.
I reckon just try and see the next couple of years out. I mean, no one really looks good when they're... It sounds a bit weird coming out of my mouth, but, you know, you'll get through it. Please don't fuck me with that at the edit.
I really enjoy the podcast, but I understand 1 out of 10 what you say. How do you enjoy it then?
The 1 out of 10 is probably Lawrence. He speaks quite clearly. I've got a blocked nose for a start.
Suggestions on how to understand your god-awful accent.
Google Translate.
There's another good channel, it's called The Sidemen. They speak a lot slower, they use a lot simpler sentences. Give it a try.
You can get like the audio tapes. I'll just go for that. Julia Vojvodic. So like a defender for United.
Panty sniffing gone wrong. I mean, is it ever right?
Oh, bloody hell. Do I have to read all of this?
Fuck me, this is a long one. Jesus Christ!
I'm a uni student in my early 20s living in a shared house with a couple of female friends.
Myself and one of the girls, let's call her Denise.
No, Denise is going to uni in 2018.
I've had an on-off thing for a couple of years. I came home from uni one day and noticed the light was on, but her car was gone.
So I went up and into her room to turn the light off.
You know, you're saving the world there, well done.
On her bed was her laundry bag.
At the top of which were a pair of French-style lacy purple knickers. Like, surely, right, at this point, when you're typing out a full email to exoproblems@gmail.com, you're thinking, I'm 4 paragraphs in. Do I really need to detail what colour and style the poor girl's knickers were?
Oh, now I can't fully explain what my thought process was next. Maybe it was the pent-up frustration of the previous few months between us.
I'm getting dodgy vibes about this bloke.
But the next thing I knew, I reached out, grabbed them, and dashed across to my room. This is getting a bit dark now.
Now, it just so happens that Denise looks a lot like a British porn star.
That I think true Geordie will know.
And so I got straight onto my bed, online, and had a wank to her.
Well, that's nice to know.
I didn't even know what to do with the knickers. It was all very weird and embarrassing.
However, just after I had finished, I don't think me sat here, I don't think I need to know that.
I heard the front door go and listened in horror as footsteps came up the stairs and into Denise's room.
I stood in the doorway with these soiled panties.
Soiled! Absolute nightmare.
I did the only thing a young guy can do and buried all these feels down, as well as burying the undies in one of my drawers. You've done the wrong thing there.
Wow, that's gonna contaminate your other clothes, mate. That's disgusting.
However, a month or so ago, fuck me,
We went to a friend's party and kissed again.
she told me after she hadn't stopped thinking about me since our last chat and she wanted me. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park!
Jurassic Park. This guy.
A few days ago, she brought up the topic of sex and wanting to go for it with me, but she wanted to treat me by wearing her best underwear.
But the knickers were surprisingly missing. This is all a bit convenient, Mitchell.
Right, so it's been a few weeks and you haven't taken the soiled knickers out your drawer. You're pathetic now.
But once she got home, she noticed they weren't there and they also weren't in her room. So lads, what do I do?
Denial, denial, denial.
Don't tell her what you've done. It's horrific. I feel disgusted.
Turn your computer off, walk out of your room, right? Just get outside a bit and stop making lies up on the internet, you weird individual.
I'm going to be honest with you, you're a pervert.
But apart from that, I mean, I think you've got a good grip on life. And your cock, from the sound of it. We'll move on.
Please call me Derek. That's not my actual name.
Well done, Derek.
I'm useless with girls.
I get mugged of. Well, if you could spell properly, you probably wouldn't get mugged of so much.
And sometimes just blatantly ignored.
Any tips on how to speak to girls?
Well, Del boy, you've come to the right man.
Run up to her and plant a big kiss on her forehead and just see where it goes from there.
Build yourself up. Baby steps are a wonderful thing.
Hi all, my name is...
In brackets, Will can name me, of course, because Will is famed for his imagination.
All right, Zach, there you go.
He's had a girlfriend of 3 months. The relationship, that is, not...
Bloody hell, Zach.
The relationship, that is, not her. Oh, well done.
Over the last 3 months, I've done pretty much all I can to help her and had nothing back.
I'm not a fan of tuna salad.
But that's all I seem to be eating right now, and she screamed when she looked at my sausage.
She could be Muslim. Can't eat pork.
So pretty much, I'm a week away from GCSEs.
And I feel completely pressured to do well in them.
However, no comma.
The more I speak to people about it, the less worried I am.
As they have all told me, you can be successful without them.
Would just like to get your lad's opinion on the matter. I think you failed English, Zach.
Are they really important and do they change my future?
Yes, they are important. Put some pressure on yourself in the short term.
Generally, I think they're bullshit. I'll be honest with you.
People make too much of, you know, these success stories of people that didn't go to university or dropped out. You know, that works for some people. For others, they turn to heroin and just the life falls apart.
I think whenever people ask me, I kind of just make them a bit better, and I've been getting away with that for like 3 years, so yeah, I think you're probably all right. Can we put that out?
So I'm a girl, and I want a girlfriend.
Any advice considering you are all into girls? Don't know that, Molly.
I get called a lesbian quite often, so I should be good for this.
Maybe look online for some sort of a lesbian advice forum.
Hand out questionnaires at the school gates, with the first question being, are you a leser?
Again, the best advice is just go and talk to people.
Just, you know, best of luck with your, you know, fanny antics.
How do you get a crush to notice you without making a tit out of yourself?
Don't know, Abby.
What you have to be good at is what I'm good at, closing the deal. As soon as you know they like you, that's it, you know?
Oh, did you watch that sweet Stephen Try sketch? He's so funny and cool, isn't he? And they'll be like, yeah, sweet. And then go, oh, he knows who I am.
Hey lads, I have a girls' holiday to Magaluf coming up and honestly I'm scared as fuck.
These girls I'm going with, I like to get very drunk, which I'm all about, of course.
Steady on, TC.
But also are likely to be getting on with some of the lads out there.
Despite being 21 and the oldest of us, I'm a virgin and I don't know how I feel about the whole situation.
Like, is it okay for me to have sex the first time with a random guy? And yes, of course, just do what you want.
I went to Kavos and had several head fuckers. That is a drink, that's not an aggressive man.
I don't think I'm the best one to give advice on that.
Do it with someone you know better. But if you haven't got time for that, then Magaluf is just the place for you.
If I don't have sex in Shagaluk, leave me alone. Next.
I'm 18 and I'm about to go to uni next year. I met this girl on Tinder, went on a date, and let's just say it went quite well.
I didn't speak to her for a few months, but then a few weeks ago she rang me telling me she is pregnant and the baby is mine.
But I'm from a very strict, traditional Indian family, and my parents will be really angry.
Oh, you fucked it, mate.
How do I ask her to check if it's mine without offending her?
Oh, hang on. I want to help her, but I'm not ready to be a father. And also, before you ask, I wore a condom. Brother, it's not yours.
He wore a condom. Oh mate, this is very unlikely to be your kid. This is very unlikely.
Should I shag my mum's mate?
19 and at uni, and his mum's mate fancies him. Might not sound like a problem, it's the stuff of dreams, he says.
My problem is that my mum's mate fancies me and wants to shag, and that's all I'm doing with that email, because that's a load of shit too.
I mean, this sounds unlikely, to be honest with you. It sounds highly unlikely. You are probably just a sad little man who's never been propositioned by a woman in his life, making up a dream.
Just because a woman wears yoga pants does not mean she wants to, you know, get on top of you, as I found out in many a Zumba class.
I like the title of this one. 15 and got an awful tattoo, whoops. But like it was some sort, oh God, it is as well.
Wow, that is bad. What is that even?
It's horrific. Not gonna lie to you, Kai.
Never a good idea.
Using this stuff called India ink, a sewing needle and some thread.
Yeah, me dad used to do that back in the days, covered in fucking dots all over himself.
At what part was this a good idea?
This turned out really well. Not from the picture I can see. And so did my sisters. I let him do mine as well.
All I wanted was a little wavy line on my leg.
But him being like absolutely brain dead, he somehow fucked it up. It looks like...
It's like a sperm cell.
And I have no idea how to cover it up without going to a professional.
Go to a tattoo artist.
It'll only be like 30 quid.
Fork out the money.
Go to a professional.
Why are you emailing us? What are we gonna do?
Hello, Exo Garrett.
And Con.
Con getting a shout out.
I went on a night out with my mate and his girlfriend. They have an open relationship.
And she was taking photos with us throughout the night and sending them to me.
Wow, it's a bit weird when you're in the same place.
When I went to check on the photos the next morning, she'd sent a message that night saying to go home with her.
Should I tell my mate or should I go for it?
Do not go down that road, pal.
Technically it's fair game, but it's your mate, isn't it?
Tell your friend, get rid of that girl. She sounds terrible.
Con says go for it.
My best friend has this sort of on again, off again thing with an Italian boy for about 5 months now.
They've sent news and the rest.
What's the rest?
And I've had the misfortune of seeing some. That's a whole different story. Okay, we won't go down that road, Olivia.
The only problem is, he's clapped.
Genuinely clapped.
His nose looks like a root vegetable. The M1 could fit in between each of his teeth.
I had to break it to her. He's a minger. And she's out of his league.
You do nothing of the sort.
I think you're a bit of a dick, Olivia.
This may be the only chance he gets to bang a 10.
It's not shagging you.
It's not all about looks either. He might have a cracking personality, Olivia. You shallow shit. Yeah, I just have a question. What a cocky start. Yeah, I just have a question. Fuck off, Millie. Don't like that tone. How do I delete another person's channel? There's this ginger nut. Oh, wow. There's this ginger nonce who keeps posting videos on YouTube. Well, that can't be me because I very rarely post. I hope there's not another ginger nonce out there because I've sort of claimed that title. I'm not sure what to make of you, Millie. If you're watching this, then I hope something bad happens to you. Hope you're watching TV and the signal keeps going out. Hope you you know, your Wi-Fi goes off, you know, quite a lot for the next week. And maybe, you know, you're in McDonald's and you say, oh, can I have a fish fillet? And the person behind the counter just goes, fuck off. Don't come in here and ask for a fish fillet. Go to Asda and buy some fish fingers, Millie, you smelly shaft.